Hi guys, this is Jimmy, known by Drat from the real world. I wanted to make a video to pretty much advertise this beautiful school that they created for us. By they, I mean a group of very wealthy guys that wanted to show the world how possible it is to make money and to make a lot of it and to be able to be financially free. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, is the possibility for us to express the best of ourselves. And so first things first, when I started with $220. I didn't have very much in my savings. I decided to just take a little bit and see where it would go. And so after a few weeks, you kind of learn the system. You pick a campus, and I picked the stock campus. So $220, and I within the first month turned it into $1,700. And then after that, it moved to $12,000 the next month, and then from $12,000 it went to I think it was $35,000, and from then on it moved to after 3 months it moved to $86,000. And from then on, I knew that this was an escape route. It was a way for everyone that is in the campus to understand that there's so much more out there, that there is a possible outcome for your life to be much better without having to wake up to go to work for someone else and to make them money, to make your bosses money. Now you are your own boss. Now you become someone greater. You have a community of guys that work out every day, that pushes you to eat better, that pushes you to work as hard as you humanly possibly can. And yet I'm sitting in front of a computer making money from the internet. It's an amazing opportunity for anyone that really believe that they're stuck. You got to ask yourself, how do you feel today? Do you wake up angry? Do you wake up happy? Do you wake up sad? Are you dredging going to work? Are you dredging the routine that someone put on you? That you go to work, you sit there, you bust your ass, you do everything you can for that one boss that you have, and then you go home and you don't even get a thank you don't even get a recognition other than a 50 cent to $10 raise. You're still making at the most $5,000 a month. Why not making $100,000 a month? That's what you guys gotta ask yourself. And it's really, there's so many videos online of people that join the real world. And at the end of the day, you are the only one that can make your life a lot better. You're the only one that can change the outcome of your bloodline. You're the only one that can actually put your foot forward and decide to be the best version of yourself. Financial situation before joining the real world, pretty much Starbucks manager. I had a team of young kids that most of them it was the first job. They didn't really know what they were doing, and I was trying to make sure that I could teach them that even serving at $3-4 coffees at the end of the day it's a very important thing. So sometimes we're the very first person that a lot of people are seeing before they're going to their 9 to 5. And that was a big part of me that marked me, because we, as much as we're serving these people, these workers, we are one of those workers. And a lot of times a lot of people don't care about you. They really don't. You feel very left out. And once I was on Instagram, I scrolled through and found Andrew Tate. I found out that he created a school for people, and it was kind of an eye-opening on the possibility of someone that rich, that influential, actually cared about others. He cared about man, cared about woman, cared about kids, cared about his life and the value a simple human being can add once they really decide to become the best version of themselves. And so I joined. It was a no-brainer. It was only $50 a month. So after joining, I picked campus. There's plenty of campuses to choose from, and you basically start from there. You get to go through a tutorials of the specific subject you picked, and it goes from there. I picked the stock campus. Obviously, to me, it was I needed a challenge. I was never really good with numbers and math in school, so I wanted to challenge myself. As much as I felt stuck, I needed something that really truly would make me a better person. So after doing that, it just, with the community, the professors, and everything that's going on in there, it just made more sense to me to continue, even though sometimes it was difficult. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, sometimes it doesn't fit your routine, but you can't quit. You can't quit, because if you wake up every day and you feel stuck, you need to do this. You need to get into something that's going to make you feel alive, that's going to make you feel like you actually matter to yourself, that you actually up yourself into like the sky's the limit at some point. And that's what those guys created for us. It was what convinced me to join was the fact that so many others did, and they showed videos online of their accomplishment, and that made me feel like I was worthless. I was useless to society. I was working for a boss, and I was not considering myself a man until I joined. And then once you see all these people, they go to the gym every day, they force positivity in others, and that's something that really I needed in my life, and it changed me completely. It changed my entire life. It changed my routine, my eating habit. It changed my respect towards a lot of people. It changed my view on the world as it is and as it stands behind us. At the end of the day, we can't change it, but we can change ourselves to better it a little bit. Because once you plant one tree, you just watch it grow, and one tree is not going to save the world, but if 5 billion people are planting a tree, then we may be doing some percentage of goods will come out of that. To me, my goal for the future is to become an even greater person, is to always add a challenge to my life. I don't want to be at the top of the mountain, because the climb is it's the best part of it. It really is, because at the end of the day, if you reach the top, then where are you going to go? You always need to find something to climb. You always need to find a place to better yourself, to excel in everything you do in life. That's the most important thing, and your family will thank you for that. Your grandkids will thank you for that. Their kids are going to thank you for that. They're going to remember this person. Hey, you did this. I can do it too. And that's what I want you guys to understand, is that you can do it too. You may be skeptical. You may have people telling you, oh, it's fake, it's this and that. Well, you know what? You're the only one that can make sure it's valid. You're the only one that can click the button. And once you do, you'll realize how much respect and how much help you can get to reach the top. Because we're not here to waste people's time. You don't have any time to waste. You're wasting your time going to your 9 to 5. You're wasting your time going to your 4 years of college, when I've been in the real world for 7 months, and I've made nearly $360-something thousand. I make money, I lose money. I was up almost $450,000 a few weeks ago, lost a bunch, but guess what? So what? I learned from it. I understand the mistake I've made, and I became a better person. I became a more risk-averse person. It's the failure that makes you greater at the end of the day. Once you fail, you understand why you fail. You sit down for a minute, you think about it, you realize what made you fail, and then you get up and you go forward, and you head first. You have to fight life for what it is. Because if you don't fight, you're a peon, you're a simp. You sit there and you wait for what? You wait for the sky to give you a check? No, you gotta make your own check. You gotta go out there and grind it. That's the only way to make it. And the real world showed that to me. Every single day in there's something new to learn. There's so many campuses. I guarantee you can find something you like, regardless if it's copywriting, freelancing, stock campus, crypto market. It doesn't matter what you pick. Whatever you picked, there's a lot of money to be made. I quit my 9-to-5 jobs literally a month after joining because it just made more sense to me to focus on that and that alone. And I could supply myself with all this gain. And I became my own boss. Do you want to be your own boss? Do you care enough to work for yourself? That's what you gotta ask. You gotta ask those questions to yourself, not to anybody else. You're the only one that can click the button, and you should.